I would, and we have been talking about not an unplugged CD, but unplugged records, unplugged songs for the album, the next album. See, that's the thing, you finish one album and the promotion just starts for it, but you're already thinking about the next one. It's, I've heard some fantastic unplugged records, really I have, and a song that I'm playing at the moment, just at home, not for the record or anything, just for fun, is Bed of Roses by Bon Jovi. It's a beautiful song, it really is. It's got fantastic lyrics and an amazing melody, and so I've been playing that with my guitar at home and singing it, of course, and I listened to an acoustic version of that, actually, by Bon Jovi, and it was such a contrast from the original, with all the electric guitars and things, but they played all of the solos and everything on acoustic, and it really was beautiful. They changed the arrangement slightly, and special drums, lighter drums, and it was really fantastic. So I think you can do some beautiful things, and again, it's just experimenting in the studio, really. An acoustic CD, is the answer. I'd love to do that. And as I say, we're already thinking about acoustic songs now, so an acoustic CD isn't too far away, maybe.
With that said, I think a lot of people are kind of getting the hint that you like American rock and roll, because with Bon Jovi, and then you got, I don't think he's really American, but Eric Clapton, and you got, Metallica. I mean, you keep going down there, and actually when I was watching the video the other day, I heard the song start, and I'm like, okay, why is Metallica playing in here? But that is just fantabulous. The little bit that was on there was just amazing. I mean, to take a song from a heavy metal band such as themselves and use it is just, I think it's awesome. So, but it was very nice, and I guess the question I was kind of working around there was, is there American rock and roll bands that you like? I mean, or is it more or less their music that you like?
I like all sorts of music, really. I know that sounds a very easy answer to give, but I really do. I've been brought up on many, many different styles. Although I love rock music, bands like Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple, Dire Straits, there's loads of them, and they're all memorable, very, very memorable. There's amazing bands, and they're all very different. Although they come under the rock genre, they're all very, very different. Led Zeppelin are very heavy rock and fast-paced action, and it's great, energetic and great vocals, great bass lines, great guitars. That four-piece was really, some of the best musicians in the world. Many people would say Jimmy Page was the greatest guitarist ever, and the greatest drummer for John Bonham. So, they were really an amazing band, but they're not the only ones. Deep Purple were also out of this world, but very different, as I say. They come under the rock genre, but very different. One of the things that sets Deep Purple apart, and I still listen to them after all these years and to this day, and I'm still amazed by them. The keyboard skills on some of their records is just phenomenal. So fast, and it's really like playing electric guitar, but with the keyboard and organ. It's really amazing. And so rock has always been a big part of my life, mainly because of my dad. He grew up on that sort of music, in his younger days, always listening to it, and so he brought me up on it. I remember going out in the car, even if it was just for 5 minutes, and instantly the CD player would be on, and if it was a 2-hour drive, then my mum was having a bad day, because that was it. We were listening to rock music for 2 hours, which she's not such a big fan of. So as I said, it's been a big part of my life due to my dad, but it's not what I began on. I'll always have to remember, and will always love to remember, Irish folk music. It's what my grandfather brought me up on, and it really is fantastic music, some of it. there's many artists, really, there's many artists. But Christy Moore has always been a big influence for me. He's a fantastic songwriter, he really, really is.
Here's a question that's...
You listen to some of his lyrics and it's really poetic genius, really. And then someone more out of that Irish folk scene, but still folk, really, folk rock, who also made a big impression on me was Cat Stevens, another great singer-songwriter. I'd say the first album my mum and dad bought for me, actually, was Carole King's Tapestry. And, I've still got it in my bedroom today. It's like the centerpiece of my music collection, really. I still don't get bored of it, and it's just a timeless classic. It's no wonder it was so successful, because it's really the first album I've ever come across, or not the first, but the only album I've ever come across, where I can listen to every single track and not be bored. Or maybe bored is too strong a word, but I can listen to every track and every one of them is a hit. It's genius. It's such a classic record, and it's as I said, it's no wonder it was so successful. So when you talk about ambitions and dreams, I think if I have any dream, it's to make a record like that where people can listen to it for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, where it's really timeless, and say that they love every song. It's probably a very high ambition for myself, and I'm probably setting the goal very, very high, maybe too high, but I was told a saying once: if you reach for the stars, you land on the moon. And it's a good saying to keep, I think. If you reach higher, then you might not get there, but you'll still fall very close. And it's something I've kept close to me since.
Here's a question that I'm sure is going to be a good one. This one comes from an undisclosed recipient, I guess from your own camp. They wouldn't give their name, but they want to know, what is the deal with Miss November and the mystery behind it?
Miss November?
I don't have any clue. So
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know who asked it.
I'm speechless. I'm sorry, a little bit lost on that one.
I guess the hint here is someone wanted to keep the Miss November picture from Declan's calendar. There is a mystery behind it.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, my God, I was lost. Okay, well, we did a magazine once, and they took a picture of, like, the typical 15-year-old babe's calendar. And it was on November at that point. But I don't know what they mean with regards to keeping it.
But anyways, yeah, that one was kind of interesting. But how do you keep up with school doing everything you're doing? I mean, all the traveling and all the recording, the studios, the concerts.
Well, I left school about, let me think, well, it was July last year, so it will be coming up soon to like a year and a half now. And it was the best decision I ever made. No, I'm joking. No, I left school and I do correspondence courses at home, actually. So, it works very, very well for me. I do 3 hours of studies every day. And that's the legal minimum. That's what I do, and then I have to do maybe some studying and revising with it as well. It's not as easy, I think, as it would be with a one-on-one tutor, but actually it's the only way for me, with, as you say, scheduling and my day-to-day routine with music and the gym and things. It's a much more leisurely and pleasurable time for me, really, because I can get up at 8:30 or something like this, have a shower, breakfast, and then by 9:30 I do my 3 hours work. By 12:30 I can go up the gym for an hour. And then concentrate on music for really the rest of the day. So it works out very, very well for me. And it's, as I say, a much more leisurely experience for me. Before, when I was going to school, it was like all day at school, come in at 4:30, be really tired and have dinner and things, and you actually just want to sit down, but I've got to do some singing, and I've got to try and write songs. I haven't got to, but I want to, but at the same time you're quite tired, so